Hi everybody and welcome to part 5 of my jewelry haul. I bought out a lot of jewelry from a jewelry store owner who no longer wanted the jewelry she had. Her jewelry store hasn't been in business for a really long time. I got some beautiful Victorian pieces, a lot of pieces of bling from the 40s and 50s, and I have some cool things from the 70s. I have a little bit of bakelite. I think we're going to have to check that out. I have some diamonds and some gold and a bunch of really pretty brooches and I don't know, all kinds of stuff. So glad you're here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're so inclined. It would really help out the channel a lot. Let's have a look at some beautiful jewelry together. Thanks for coming, everybody. So let's start out with this beautiful brooch. Of all the brooches that I bought that had beautiful colored rhinestones like this and stuff, they were all blue except for this one, which is pink. Nice and big. This is just a beautiful 1950s piece. Some beautiful AB stones, and I love that center stone. Isn't that unusual? I've never seen a swirly one like that. I love this. Beautiful brooch. So this is a very special and beautiful little Art Nouveau piece of sterling silver, as you can see. So you can tell right away this is the real deal. This is not a reproduction or a revival. It is clearly marked sterling. It's marked sterling right there, and it is further marked CH right here. I hope you can see that. The CH is right there. So that stands for Charles Horner. So Charles Horner had a company that started in the 1800s. They were based in England. Now, I think he died in the late 1800s, but his children took it over. So this company was known for kind of reinventing the thimble, and that's really what put them on the map, and that's where they gained their fame. And then in the early 1900s, up into around 1910 or so, they were also known for making beautiful Art Nouveau jewelry, just like this right here. I don't know what kind of stones these are. They are possibly amethyst, perhaps they're garnets, and they may just be cut glass. I'm really not sure. We're going to definitely check this one, though, at the end. We'll see what kind of stones we have. This is a beautiful piece. Here's an outstanding cameo. Look at this stick pin. So this is likely from the early 1910s, I would say, late 1900s. Now, she did have a little problem with her nose there. It looks like it chipped off. But, you know, after 110 years, we'll see how our noses look, right? But she's beautiful. Look at her flowy hair. I just love her. And also one of these, like, things right on top has broken off. These little round parts here. But she's beautiful. I believe this is carved angel skin coral. And this is very expressive, very, very dramatic. Look at the flowers in her hair. That's a beautiful, beautiful antique stick pin. So here's a zany little necklace. Look at this thing. And it has this great movement that I really, really love. I would think this is sterling. I didn't see a mark on it, but I don't know why she would be trying to get $60 for it. I didn't pay the prices that are on these tags, but they are a little bit of a guide to help us know which ones are the better ones in certain instances. But this one's cool. I think this one might be sterling. We're going to just test this one real quick. I don't know. It might not be. I know I love it. This looks like it's right out of the 1970s. Very fun item. Here's a very strange face. Look at this. This is great. This is probably from the 40s, I would think. I'm not sure. This is just pot metal, not signed by a designer. I don't think there's any missing stones. But it's a little unusual, a little bit creepy, right? In a good way, I think. So I bought this one because I thought it was unmarked gold. This looks so much like gold to me. I'm not sure what kind of boat that is or how old this is or what this is, but I think it's really nice. You can see it's a pin and a pendant. Not real gold, only gold filled, and it has that great character in there. Let me see if I can really zoom in on it. Isn't that interesting? Interesting little piece, I think. So here's a piece of Sarah Coventry. This is a very groovy pin. or pendant, as you can see. Sarah Coventry began as a company called EMMONS. They were one of the first companies to do direct sales. They just sold directly to the customer. They were not sold in any department stores, and you would have a home party that you would go to buy your Sarah Coventry jewelry. And then I think the hostess of the party, I don't know if they got money too, but they definitely got jewelry. The other thing that's really interesting about Sarah Coventry is they didn't have any in-house designers. They didn't design their own stuff. They went to outside companies, bought pieces from others, and then just slapped on their name like this. Sarah Coventry is quite collectible, and I just love this piece. It's very, very cool. I bought this blingy one. I love green jewelry. I love green. I love rhinestones, so I picked this one out of one of the boxes. I just thought it was cool. I know it's not super special. These are, I guess, easy to find, but I think that it's super pretty. That's a nice one. So this one is pretty unusual. This is a weird pin. It is silver. I think it's 800. So it's 80% silver. And I didn't look up yet what this is. Is that a lacrosse stick or a polo thing? I'm not sure what this is, but I thought that was cool, so I got this one just to sell because I don't play polo or lacrosse or whatever this is. So yeah, this was kind of a pretty item and an unusual item. I've never seen anything like this. Look at this. This is a stick pin, and this looks really old to me, and that is a golf club. And wow, you can't, it's hard to get a good picture of it. Let me try to show you. There's like brown stones there. Can you see that? Like dark brown stones. I don't know. It feels like they're stones. It almost looks a little bit like tortoiseshell, but I don't believe it is. Cool little item right there. I don't know if it's sterling or not. I think it is. Hold on. So I don't see a mark on it, but I would be surprised if this wasn't silver because it does really look like it's silver. Anyway, I'll give this a test. Here's a cute little critter. I love my critter jewelry. So this sort of has like faux rhinestones in it. That's just metal that's made to look like rhinestones. He does have two wonderful green eyes. He's nice and light. He's probably made of aluminum. He's a very cute old pin, isn't he? So I really do like fruit jewelry a lot. There's some cute little cherries. This is very nicely made. Open back so that the light can really shine in. You can get the maximum effect on those rhinestones. You will likely notice right away that this is quality. This really is beautiful. It totally looks like real gold because it is real gold, you know, plated or filled. Those are real pearls. This is actually very beautiful and intriguing brooch. I love this one. So it says gold filled IPS. So IPS is a company that specializes in pearls. It stands for Imperial Pearl Syndicate. They've been around since the 1800s. They changed their name to IPS or Imperial Pearl Syndicate in 1941. They're still around today. They actually merged with Delta Pearls, and I think their company name is called Imperial Delta. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. I could be wrong, but anyway, this is just a super well-made piece. I can't believe how real this one looks. Very, very much quality on this one. I'm going to show this ring to you on the mandrel because I think it shows a little bit better. This is incredible. So this is a sterling silver ring. I think this is a nice old ring too. Look at those shoulders. So there are some missing stones. That doesn't matter one bit. The star of this show is that lucite stone right there. This is incredible. I've never seen Moonglow thermoset in a ring before. So I'm just assuming that somebody made this. They just put this beautiful piece of lucite into this sterling silver ring. That's what I'm assuming. Maybe it shows better like this. I'm not sure. See the way it actually looks like it's glowing when it hits the light a certain way? Fascinating. I think this is really a great old ring. Here's a beautiful cameo. This is celluloid, of course. Light as a feather. This is really nice. I love this. Celluloid is really a wonderful thing. They don't really make it anymore. I think only in ping pong balls, but it was great because it was affordable and it kind of looked like it was really nice, but it was very inexpensive. So the masses could afford it, and that's what I really like about celluloid. Of course, flammable. and breakable and fragile. But look at this, it's all in one piece. It's in really perfect condition. I love this. This is likely from the 20s, I would guess. Are those grapes in her hair? Wow, that's lovely. Beautiful little piece. Here's a really pretty beaded bracelet. I believe these are garnets. This is marked 14 karat gold, so I think these beads are likely 14 karat gold. And of course the findings certainly are 14 karat gold. That's very pretty. I also got this really nice tennis bracelet, and it is broken right here. It's 14 karat gold. Those are real diamonds, and I don't think this is worth getting this repaired because I don't think this is worth very much. I have another one that's actually in great condition. I will likely just scrap this one because I just don't think it's worth getting fixed. It broke right there. I think all the pieces are there. I don't know. I am going to be going to a jeweler with some repairs. Maybe I'll just ask him how much. I mean, if he could do it for $10 or something like that, I would do it. But I have a feeling it's going to be quite expensive. I bought this one because it was a good price. And, you know, if I see diamonds and gold, I'm usually not going to pass them up if they're super cheap like this one was because it was broken. Anyway, we'll see. Here's a beautiful rhinestone brooch, just clear rhinestones, but I really do love this shape. Beautiful flower shape on this. Look at this. It's got lots of sparkle. Here's an oldie. This is really nice. I think this technique is called cut steel. And it's not real. I don't know. It looks sort of older than this finding right here, but I am not sure about that. I just bought this one for my collection because I love antique jewelry. And wow, too bad that diamond wasn't real, right? It isn't though, just glass. Look at this weird ring. Isn't that strange? It's sort of like blobby, I guess. Look at the metalwork right there. That's not real silver, but the band is. That certainly looks like that was made from an old spoon or something. I guess this is just a weird folk art piece. Pretty strange. It's pretty cool, actually. I do like it. I don't know what kind of stone that is. If you know, let me know. That's pretty the way that purple's running through it. That's definitely real. I bought this just because it was unusual. So all of these loose pieces right here were in a little baggie, and she charged me 50 cents for them. And so let's take a look. This is salt water, so real amber will float. The float test is a very reliable test, but it's not one that we can usually do because usually our jewelry, like these for example, have a lot of metal on them. So I would expect this would sink even though these are real amber. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, that's just gonna sink because they're heavy because of that. All right, so let's take a look at this yellow piece right here. And if it floats, it's real. Yeah, that floats. Okay, interesting. So let's take a look at this big piece and see if this floats. This is really, really big. This seems like the weight of it would sink either way. But that one floats too. By the way, this is my favorite margarita glass, so there's that. Let's take a look at one of these beads. Kerplunk, right down to the bottom. No, no, no. Let's see if this one is. This seems awfully plastic to me, but let's see. Oh, look at that. Amber. Okay, fantastic. So these beads are not real, which is unfortunate because I think that if so, these might have been worth some money. But anyway, they are just plastic because they're not floating at all. We can do the black light test too if you want. Give me a second to dry everything off. So I'm not sure this is dark enough for this to work, but let's give it a go. So now we've already established the real amber. So if this is real, it should glow. And you can see that one is glowing, that one is glowing, the earrings are glowing, and the beads are not glowing. Hopefully you can see that. So that's probably the test that makes more sense, because we usually have our amber on jewelry that's not going to float. So anyhow, that's the blacklight test. So only people of a certain age are going to know who this is. Do you know who it is? You know what? Maybe I'm not going to say it, because maybe if you don't know, you just don't know, and you're not in the cool kids club. What do you think? Should I tell everybody? All right, this is Mr. Bill. He was a character on Saturday Night Live in the 70s that we love. Now this looks like, I don't know, this was probably just handmade by somebody in high school, right? Somebody probably like went to their art class and made this. I don't know. I know one thing. I hope they got an A, because this is really fantastic. This is ceramic, of course, glazed ceramic. Super cute, Mr. Bill. Oh no. Here is a beautiful antique ring. It is clearly marked CL Co. I don't know who that is. I don't know what kind of stone this is. I would guess this is a garnet. This is a very simple and very beautiful little ring. Somebody probably wore this for many, many years. It's nice and small. You know how in those days ladies had really tiny little hands? I just love this. I think this one has a lot of personality. There's something about old gold too. It just has more of a buttery feel to it, or something, or a nicer color. So anyway, I will be putting this one on my page, I think. It doesn't fit me, so I'd rather have somebody have it and enjoy it, but we'll test the stone on this one at the end. So I bought this, and I guess this one has a problem. This top part right here, there's supposed to be a top part right there too, so that has broken off through the years. I still think this is beautiful. I mean, I didn't even really notice it until I really started looking at it, so I believe this is still wearable. It's very heavy. This one's probably from the 40s. It's in really nice condition, other than that part that snapped off. Anyhow, I still like it, and I still think it's pretty, and I will wear this one, or I don't know, maybe sell it. I love the combination of blue and gold. I think it's really striking. Here's a sweet little pin. This is Peking glass, and this has just a wonderful tassel on the bottom. A lot of this gold tone has rubbed away. It's not really in fantastic shape, but I think it's really interesting. It does have that movement, and I really like jewelry that moves like this. I think that would really catch the light and be very interesting. That's a cute item. Here's a very sweet prom necklace. Aw, look at this. This is very nice. It has the hook closure. Very pretty golden stones. Some of them are ABs, some of them are not. That's very pretty necklace, isn't it? I collect hand jewelry, so I got very excited when I found this. This is really cute. It's not glass, it's some sort of a plastic. Cute and colorful hand. So this antique necklace had serious damage, and I didn't pay a lot for it, but you know what? It was so covered with verdigris, you could have combed it, brushed it, braided it. It was insane. So I know it has all these faux pearls, but I made the decision to soak it for about 60 seconds in a glass of straight vinegar, and when I pulled it out, it was either going to be completely ruined or it wasn't. And it wasn't. I mean, I couldn't keep it like that, and there was just no other solution that I could come up with. So I said, you know, if it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, I didn't pay a lot of money for it, and I'm just going to chance it. And I'm really glad I did. I love this necklace. I mean, talk about a lot of movement. Look at all these little leaves. This is nice and old. This might be as old as the 1900s or the 1910s. I love this necklace. We'll take a look at what the hardware looks like back here. All right, so that just says patent pending. Anyway, I'm really glad that I was able to save this. I don't know why I like this one so much, but I really do. I bought a few things from the 70s, and here's one of them. So Jonathan Livingston's Seagull was a best-selling book that was written in the 70s, and oh God, I read it years ago. Anyhow, so seagulls became a craze. A lot of different companies made seagull jewelry. Also in the 70s, there was a white jewelry trend. That's pretty nice. Look at that. I guess it just represents freedom, right? Beautiful piece. And this is really in perfect shape. I don't see any wear to that enameling at all. So maybe some of you remember white jewelry. Kind of a cool look. Here's another great 70s necklace. This one is pretty groovy, and it has the original hang tag right here. This is a Monet. And it was $6.50. Wow, that is not that cheap. In the 70s, I wouldn't think. So I believe this is a mourning piece, and this is clearly Victorian. Maybe it's from the early 1900s. Unfortunately, the pin is broken in the back, which is sad. I'm going to see if I can just have my guy put a pin on that. But I always love mourning jewelry, and you know, you wonder about the person, and I know it's not really in perfect shape. Even the photograph isn't in perfect shape. Anyway, he's a great looking guy, isn't he? Well, I'm sorry about you. Here's a beautiful and interesting pendant. First of all, this is nice and large, but this is called a harmony ball or a chime ball. Let me put it by my microphone. Hold on. Harmony ball or chime ball jewelry was made to be worn by expectant mothers, and it's thought that this sound is very calming to both the baby and the mother. And I'm not an expectant mother, but I love chime balls, and I think this is actually gorgeous. This is mother of pearl and abalone shell, but I just think this is something, there's something really, really beautiful about this. And of course, this is also sterling silver. You can probably tell that, right? It's a beautiful piece. I love this one. Well, I hope there's enough variation here to hold your interest. I'm trying to keep it mixed up. But here is a really weird ring. Look at this ring. It almost looks like an alien. This is copper. This is not everybody's thing, you know. And that's not plastic or anything like that. Those are either glass or stone. So we might as well test these at the end too, right? Is that a weird ring? It's adjustable. I don't see any marks on it. I love that. Super cool. Modernist, brutalist. It's kind of crazy. I love it. I got these beautiful earrings too. These are new in the box. These are really gorgeous. They're very twinkly and sparkly. Beautiful pair of pierced earrings. Aren't those beautiful? These would look really pretty on. So I got this necklace because it's sterling, it's Taxco. So this one is signed Alicia. I think Alicia might be Alicia De La Paz, and she is a very, very well-known modernist Mexican designer. And this is a lovely, lovely necklace. And let me put it on my necklace thing. Hold on. This is such a beautiful necklace, and again, because of the age, this silver is very buttery feeling. It just feels so much better, and I think it looks so much better than newer pieces. This is just a fabulous necklace. Now, there are a few beads missing. There's 2 different spots. I have no idea how that could have possibly happened, but when I go to my jeweler, I'm going to see if he can just, like, I don't know, you know, like reattach this. No harm or anything like that. It's just going to be a little bit shorter than right now. I am going to be selling this. Let's just weigh this, because this is also a very, very heavy piece too. So I have my scale set to grams. So let's see how many grams this is. Yeah, it's more than 70 grams. This is a lovely and very, very heavy modernist necklace here. Beautiful. That's a lot of silver. Here's another very heavy necklace. This one is also sterling, and this one has this Chinese coin on the bottom of it. What was it originally? 110, yeah. This one's beautiful. Let me see if it is signed. Not a lot of age to it. There's our lobster claw. So this is marked diagonal here. I don't know what that means. I don't know who that is. I guess that's the maker. And it says Italy 925 on this side. This is a very beautiful, thick and heavy necklace. Let's weigh this one too and see what we got. $61 grams, yeah. Nice heavy necklace. Look at this great summer necklace. This one is so much fun. I love this. Look at the little daisies that are etched in. Some beautiful blue aurora borealis with this white metal. This is very 60s or 70s, and this is clearly marked Alice Caviness. So we'll take a look at that. There's the mark right there. So I think Alice Caviness started out as a model, and her big claim to fame was that she had this jewelry company, and she met a man who was in the lampshade business. That's kind of an old-fashioned business, right? And so they married, and they were like this awesome power couple. They were apparently very dynamic and very charismatic, and they were really well liked by everybody. And by all accounts, they had this wonderfully happy marriage, and they ran this company together from the 40s to the 1990s. Now, she was born and raised and I think lived in Long Island, but their showroom was in New York City, and they did sell their jewelry in better department stores. This is just stunning, and it's in really perfect condition. I just love this. I could just see this with a little mini dress, you know, and some little go-go boots. I love this. Isn't that fun? I love having these original little hang tags. This was also with that necklace. And believe it or not, I think sometimes you can just sell these hang tags alone if you have the right name brand. That's nice to have with this piece, I think. I picked out this bracelet because, yeah, it was just so different. And I think it's really interesting. It has a sort of Greek key design. And this is clearly, what is that? Aztec? Incan? Mayan? I don't know exactly, but this I thought was kind of incredible. Not real gold or anything like that. It is just, I think this is gold plated. Beautiful, beautiful cuff bracelet though. Happy jewelry alert. These are sweet little clip-on earrings. These are marked Coro. And it came in a box with this, and it looks like the same exact color, but they kind of don't really look that much the same. This one does not say Coro, but I don't know. What do you think? Just based on that color, it does seem like they go. A lot of times designers did that, where they would sign the earrings but not the brooch, or they would sign the brooch but not the bracelet. So that is sort of common. Either way, I love this little set right here. All right, so let's talk about these three pieces. They are similar but very different at the same time. So this is proper damascene. This is oxidized metal, and this pattern has been etched in, and then it is inlaid with either thin sheets of gold or silver. And that's what damascene is. This is very pretty. There's a nice little collector's market for this. This isn't that old or anything like that, but it is really pretty. So now let's take a look at what I call fake damascene. And this is, look, this is still beautiful. Sort of swirly pattern here is raised up, and then they've just dropped enamel around it, and it has these little white dots here. That's kind of a giveaway. This is still a very beautiful piece. It's a pin or a pendant, as you can see, and this actually opens and closes. So yeah, it doesn't mean that it's not worth anything, but it's just good to have the information that this is not really proper damascene, even though that is what people call it. So here's a pretty little pair of earrings. These are called Siam Sterling. Siam is modern day Thailand, and this was etched in, and then this part, the black part's called Nielloware, and that was added after the fact. It's actually a powder, and then it is fired on. So this is a very popular motif on these. This is a mythological goddess. I think her name is Mekhala. I'm probably saying that wrong, but she's holding a crystal ball, and that is like lightning there. I think she threw it across the sky. And I can tell by the mark on here. Let me see if I can show it to you. Hold on. So mine is marked Siam Sterling, which dates this from the early 50s to the mid 60s. Siam Sterling, Nielloware, true damascene, fake damascene. All three really pretty pieces. I love all three of these. So take a look at this very unusual necklace. I've never seen anything like this before. And this is new with the tag. It's 14 karat gold. And that says onyx pink bead necklace. But look at the price. Huh. Anyway, I have never seen anything like it. Okay, now you can see it a little bit better, even though this is like way too long for my necklace display. These are really beautiful. I've never even heard of pink onyx. I wonder if this is a rare thing. If anyone has any knowledge about pink onyx, type it below. We would all like to know about it, or I would like to know about it. Maybe everybody else already knows. I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, so this one I thought was just really, really outstanding. Isn't that a beautiful necklace? It's nice and long too, and it's new with the tags. And you know, that 14 karat gold part doesn't hurt. When you see a catch that says that, it might be a sign that it's a better piece, right? So that's called a fish hook clasp. Anyway, this one's kind of stunning. Here's a beautiful Celtic knot. This is by a company called St. Justin Pewter. Where is the mark? I always get it wrong. There it is. So they're based in the UK and they've been around since the 80s. You know, pewter has a lot of great qualities. One is that it's more affordable than precious metals, and of course it doesn't tarnish. And I think pewter is like 90% or more made of tin. That's a great, great piece. It's really large and it's very statement-y. Cool item. Look at these beautiful Aurora Borealis crystals. How pretty are these? I love this. I guess that's a moon. Or, well, I guess it could be anything you want. This has some nice height. Isn't that beautiful? I love the look of this. Look at this incredible bracelet. So, of course, this is bakelite. I will test it and I will show you that. But even my husband picked this one up and said, wow, that's bakelite. So I think this might be called a bullseye pattern. And this is pierced, as you can see. This is great. Look at the carving. I love this one. So we'll test this one at the end too. This necklace is glass and I think this is incredible. Look at this. This is very smooth. It feels really, really nice in my hand. And look at how it catches the light. Let me take it off this thing and we'll just look at it with the white background. Maybe it shows better just against the white. Isn't that beautiful? It has little glass spacer beads too. A nice old catch. That's just a nice old spring ring catch here. What a great old necklace. Well, this is a very, very beautiful little 14 karat gold butterfly necklace. This is white gold, obviously. And this is just so delicate. I bought this just to sell. This isn't my thing. This is much too delicate and small for me. It's clearly marked. We can test those stones if you want. I'm guessing that's a diamond and those are amethysts. Maybe you can see it a little bit better against the white. Yeah, this is a lovely piece. Now let's just test a few of these things that I said I would test and we'll see exactly what they are. I like to use SIMICHROME polish to test bakelite, but you can also use the hot water test. If you run this under very hot water, I just use tap water, it will smell like chemicals. And if you do that with just a plain old acrylic plastic bracelet, it will not smell like chemicals. So anyway, that's just a test in case you don't have SIMICHROME polish. Put a little bit here. So I'm going to try not to get it in these little holes here because I don't feel like cleaning that out. I did clean the inside of this bangle already. So just rub it on. I put a little bit of pressure. And if this stays that sort of pink color, it's not real. And if it turned yellow, it is real. So as you can see, it is yellow. So that's great. Beautiful bakelite bracelet. I love this. So let's have a look and see if this is sterling, as I think it might be. So I like to use this silver test solution. Some people like to use the gold one and then it turns blue, but I don't know. I just think this is easier. We'll just scratch a piece right here. Okay, put a little bit of the testing solution on here and let it sit. Then I like to just use a Q-tip. And if it's real silver, this should show like kind of a blood color. And it's not like a bright blood color. It looks like an old blood color. Hopefully you'll see what I mean, because hopefully this will be real. I don't know if it is. No, it is not. Huh, how about that? All right. Well, if you want to, what we can do is let's test something we know is real. We'll take a look at this necklace here. We know this one's real. Scrape some off. Yeah, you know, it's funny. This even scrapes different. All right, stick that on there for a couple of seconds. All right, let's have a look at this one. Yeah, there you go. Old blood. There it is. So this one's real silver. We knew that. And this one is not. I still love it. So let's take a look at this. This is our little bracelet that has, it says 14 karat on it. We're thinking this is garnet, right? Yep. So that is garnet, as we suspected. So let's test this weirdling. So let's test the green stone first. Glass, okay. And we'll test the black one too. Glass, all right. So how about this beautiful antique Art Nouveau piece? Let's see what these are. I would think these would be amethyst, but I don't know. Okay, so these are just glass. I don't think that would hurt the value of this. This is just a very beautiful Art Nouveau pin, and it's signed as we talked about. So this is still a valuable pin regardless of whether or not that's glass. I guess this is just faceted glass. Okay, good to know. So let's take a look at our antique ring. This one is marked 14 karat. Yeah, so that one's a garnet. I would just be interested to see how this piece of lucite behaves with the gem tester. I've never done it before. I would think it would just stay still. And it does, yeah. Okay, well that's interesting. That's what plastic does with this tester. Let's check out the stones on our butterfly. This is 14 karat gold. First we'll try that diamond out. Yep, diamond. And now we'll take a look at these wings. They sure look like amethyst to me. I'm not sure if tourmaline and iolite can be purple. It's probable. I would have to look that up, but maybe somebody out there knows. If you know, just let me know. I'm guessing it's probably purple tourmaline, right? This is 14 karat gold. It has a real diamond. This is gorgeous. I love this chain too. Anyhow, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of my beautiful jewelry, and I have a lot more to come, believe it or not, from this same haul. Cheers, everybody. Please hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what your favorite pieces were. Thanks a million, everybody. We'll catch you soon.